What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Bella. We're back with another episode of Cheaper Than Therapy. When I let everyone know I'm not a licensed therapist, however, I am judgmental and opinionated. That's how that goes. This big check is the guest today. It's my big check for everyone that donates towards me in this upcoming pageant that I'm in. I'm in the Miss Black Maryland USA pageant, running in the category of Big Miss, representing the town of Upper Marlboro. The difference between Big Miss and Little Miss is the age range. Big Miss is 29 through 45. I will be a whopping 41. I am so blessed. 41 in December. With that being said, let's talk about being 40, being 41, going into this transitional space in my life with me, my career, and things that I want to do. So this is new to me as of 2020, being in front of the camera, talking to people, saying, oh, I like going out to events and recording it and letting other people know. I used to just be private. I used to just take trips, have my little, photo book, have my memories tucked away in a very tight album. And that kind of kicked me in the butt a little bit, because now that I'm trying to get into the, not necessarily influencer space, but media personality space, it's like, well, where's your resume? Where's everything that you've done? And baby, having to pull out old work, finding work that now aligns with Miss Black Maryland USA, because in a lot of trips you're in swimsuits or attire that is not modest, and so having to conform to a new, I would say more modest, because it's not like I didn't have on clothes, a more modest image, right, is a little bit different when you're having to go back and go through your digital data. Okay, it's been challenging. It has been challenging, but y'all know I like to start off the show with asking me or my guests, whenever I have a guest, what is the best thing that happened to you in the last week? And since last Thursday, I want to acknowledge myself for being intentional and consistent with keeping up with my 30 for 30. Y'all, I will start something and not finish it and say, oh yeah, we're going to do this and not finish it. I am on day 26 of publishing on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram for 30 days straight. I did not use a scheduling system to post. I did not do that. I was intentional about getting up every day and posting to each site. I will say this. Going through each site, figuring out, so let's back up a little bit. The reason why my reels have been short, the reason why my TikToks have been short, is because I'm using the same videos to put on YouTube and use in my shorts to build up my shorts album. But what is the difference between TikTok and YouTube and Instagram? YouTube has a 60-second, it's really 59 seconds, 59-second time limit. Instagram has a 90-second time limit. And for me, I am allowed to upload 10 to 30 minutes on my TikTok, depending on my format. In order to be able to not drive myself crazy, because prior to I was driving myself crazy, I kept everything at 59 seconds or under because YouTube adds a second. Now, that kind of bites me in the butt a little bit with having mass-produced content on TikTok, because once you get 10,000 followers, you can begin to monetize, but you monetize on videos over 1 minute. So all of this content is not just throwaway content. I really wanted people to get to know me in these last 30 days. I wanted people to understand who I am, where I'm coming from, where I'm going, and what I want to do. I just want to live. And I'm trying different avenues in life. I've never been in a pageant before. My daughter was in pageants when she was a baby, 2 and under, won lots of titles, lots of crowns. I never thought to do it for myself, but now I always say, how can I challenge myself to step outside of my box? How can I feel comfortable being a moderator, being a panelist, being an interviewer? If I can't get on stage and talk to people, how will I ever be on someone's stage presenting an award, being able to speak and read a teleprompter if I don't put myself on a stage first? How can I get on a stage? It costs money to be on this stage. And because it costs money to be on the stage, my Venmo is going to be in the comments. But what I'm saying is, you create the opportunities for you. I'm not saying the last 2 years of my life has been easy. I'm not saying that this would be easy for anybody else. You know, you're going to get people in the comments that say, hey, I would never be able to get the way my introvert is set, you know, my introvertness is set up. I would never be able to do. Okay, but I'm not an introvert, right? And so even with you being an introvert, if you are, how do you challenge yourself to step outside of the box for yourself? It doesn't have to include you going out and doing karaoke, but what can you do to challenge yourself, to level yourself up, to be more of yourself, right? We're going to get into that. We're going to do another little challenge. I'm going to bring that up. It's really like, and I'm going to drop the journal that goes with that challenge too. That's why I don't really want to talk about it, because I don't want nobody taking my ideas until boom, it drops and it's out there. But I will say that my grief journal is dropping in the next few days, and I'm so excited about that. The tentative date is 10/1. So I am so excited about that. And it aligns with the pageant because my platform is grief and, you know, funerals. And I want people to learn how to grieve. I want people to talk about death. I want people to do funerals in a new way. I want people to celebrate life in a new way. And that, you know, it's so crazy how I just rolled all of that out for me about what happened in this last week based off me being intentional with my 30 for 30. It just has me on a high because, y'all, I probably said it, I quit. And I quit a lot. But I can't quit this. And I'm 26 days into the 30 for 30, and I can't quit that now, right? So this is where we are. This dress, okay? This dress is from Amazon, and it is because I have been an Amazon influencer for a while, and I haven't used that to the best of my ability. And so this will be linked in the comments as well. My Amazon storefront is up and running. This will be in a short. You can go check out the short for that. And I just want people to know that I'm here. I'm back. It was a long 2 years, y'all. Sitting here talking to you guys, sitting here recording, making sure everything is okay, is therapy for me in itself. But excuse me, let's get into this juicy mess, okay? This juicy mess of Cardi B and OffSet. He's a cheater. He's been a cheater. It's not until, we all know women stay and put up with whatever they're going to put up with, you know, in the name of love for however long they're going to put up with it. I will say this. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes back, but I wouldn't be surprised if she leaves either. For him to say to her, I'm gonna put it up here. He said something along the lines of, "You're my BM, I won, and I don't like you, and everybody can see that but you." And I have two different takes on this. The first one being he meant it. He absolutely meant what he said. And his goal was to get her to be a baby. No, even though that's currently his wife, the papers haven't been signed and they're going through whatever they're going through. He thinks of her of nothing but a BM and a come up, a baby mama and a come up. That's crazy. The second thing is, He said that out of hurt and spite and to hurt her. He said it because he was hurt. He also said it to hurt her. But again, going back to my first point, that doesn't mean that he doesn't truly mean that, and it's not true. Sad, 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 sad situation. When you see women publicly crash out, I personally can't crash out publicly. I can't do it. When I was younger, it has happened. All people do is screenshot, send it around, laugh, ha ha ha, whatever it is. For the time being, you're the hot topic. At this age, I cannot crash out publicly behind a romance, behind any failed relationship. You guys know when I speak about relationships, it's not just romantic friendships, all of the ships, work, co-workership, whatever. I can't publicly do that to myself. All I know is that women need to see certain men for who they are and love on themselves. It's like, how can you take this embarrassment back? Once someone says certain words about you, once someone crashes out publicly, because Cardi even said what? She said, I don't even want to be online doing this because I don't want to, turn off the next person. And in a sense you have, and I said this about another Ari, when I said, hey, you are setting the tone for the men that come after the one that you're with because you publicly crash out. He cheats on you publicly. There are different, let me segue this real quick. There are different types of relationships. Some of the relationships are known to say, hey, we're together. You can do what you do. I do what I do, but don't bring anything to my door, right? There are marriages like that, and a lot of people don't like to accept that, but there are. However, when people go behind your back and are not open, those are called open relationships or something like that. When people do not respect the rules of an open relationship, baby, because there's still rules in an open relationship. When people do not respect the rules of an open relationship, that's where you have this mess. When you have men spending their money on other women and not taking care of their home and just disrespecting everything at home, it gets messy, it gets ugly, and I want women to stand up. I want women to put themselves first. You get tired of seeing women cry day after day, week after week, month after month. Come on, y'all, let's go. Quarter after quarter, year after year, behind the same actions of a man who told you that he's not going to do ABC. And you stay tricking yourself, lying to yourself to be in a situation of what? That shows the next man that he can get over as well. Not here. If there was ever a point, people know I'm not rocking. So if you ever try to date me and you think that I'm going for it, I'm just going to leave you where you are. One thing that I do love is communication. I love the openness of being able to talk to my partner about what they want, what I want. And it is okay if a season is over. I'm not saying that it's easy. But it is okay to stop if either party is not happy, to end it and to move on. People get attached to each other, and I think that they think because they put so much time, so much effort, that they can't just walk away. And I'm not saying that it's easy to walk away. I'm not saying that sometimes it's not a clean split. What I am saying is that I want women specifically, because that's more so my target audience, that's more so my audience that's going to be coming to my channel, to love themselves better, to love themselves more, to choose themselves. And I actually I have something written down because it just hurts me to see women go through what they go through. And so I have an affirmation here. I actually do have an affirmation here. And it is to help you if you're going through something, and even if you're not, love yourself more. But this affirmation has to be said to yourself in a mirror, in your camera, looking at yourself. It's mirror work. Let's pull it up real quick. Oh, I finally found it. This one says, I am worthy of love, success, and joy in all areas of my life. So when you're brushing your teeth, think it. When you're moisturizing your face, stay in the mirror, right? Say it. What did I say? It says, I am worthy of love, success, and joy in all areas of my life. Lotioning your legs. I am worthy of love, success, and joy in all areas of my life. Spraying your deodorant. When you park your car and you rest before you go into the store, before you go into the house, before you go into your workplace, pull down your visor, open up your mirror. What are we saying? I am worthy of love, success, and joy in all aspects of my life. And that's what you're going to carry on and say for this next week. If you do it, make sure you put it in the comments. I wanted to make sure that this episode, even though we talked about, the cheating or whatever, and this is going to be a short episode, because I have to make sure that I edit it and put it out. I'm going to have to figure out a kind of a different way on how I'm going to do these Thursdays, to make sure that this is coming out at the same time every day. I've got to switch up my schedule a little bit. I like to give y'all the authentic Thursday to Thursday, but I might have to change the time that I record. I might have to shift my entire Thursday around so that I am recording during the day and not at night. But I am worthy of love, success, and joy in all aspects of my life is what we're going to carry on into the next week. This was short, y'all. This was sweet. If you want to donate, and you're in the DC, Maryland, or Virginia area, make sure you leave a comment. I will pull up on you with the check. We will take a picture, but you actually have to donate. We're not just taking pictures to take pictures, guys. I need that coin. If there are any events that you want me to come to, let me know. Also, make sure you're following me on Instagram. Make sure you're checking out my shorts. Like I said, this is an Amazon dress. This is an Amazon find, and I am so excited to be, modeling and showing what I am wearing now as I go out and engage with the community with this pageant stuff right here. Y'all, I didn't really have a bad week. I have some heavy stuff. I had some heavy stuff that I wanted to talk about, and it took so much out of me as I was recording. And I guess I'm not finished processing. I'm not ready to talk about it. Maybe we'll talk about it next week as there's more updates on this case. But if you're familiar, yeah, it was about T. It was about T. It was about Talika, shooting her daughter. Crazy. Insane act of violence against a minor. And it's heavy. And I didn't want this to be any heavier than what I could deal with, right? Short, sweet episode. Next week, hopefully, the guests come on to the show. I was supposed to have a guest this week. It didn't work out, but here we are. And the show must go on every week, every Thursday. Catch me here on YouTube, Cheaper Than Therapy. As I always say, I am not a licensed therapist. However, I am judgmental and opinionated, and I will leave with my opinion saying, leave them. Leave them. Leave them where they had you messed up at, because what? You are worthy. You are worthy. What did I say? You are worthy of love, success, and joy in all areas of your life. And you deserve whatever standard that you set for yourself. My standard is not going to be the same as your standard because we're different people. However, my standard will be respected by whoever I deal with, and yours will too. Say the affirmation. Do it in the mirror. Do it as you lotion yourself. And don't just do it, believe it. That's all I got for you this week, guys. Love y'all. Until next week.